Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I'm super excited for my guest today, Shamika Fox. She can be found at Your Santa Cruz Real Estate on YouTube, where she has over 9,000 subscribers, and her lifestyle videos and home videos are amazing. Tons of good advice there. Shamika underscore Fox. I believe that's your correct handle. Do you know if it's the same handle on Instagram?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay. Been selling real estate 20 years. Awesome agent and even a better person. Let's start out with a little fun. Give the listeners a fun fact about you that not everybody knows.
I was born and raised on a hippie commune in Ukiah, which is Northern California, like 100 miles outside of San Francisco, on a farm where we basically grew and raised all of our food and produce, but much more like hippie, like nudist colony than anything else.
Wow. Wow. How many people lived in this community?
There were there were three families, my family included, that owned part of the property, and then we would have people that would come and either rent a little cabin on the property or do work trades. So there was like different people rotating all the time.
Wow. And
Yeah.
when do you grow up from this medieval upbringing and enter the school system and move out?
When do you grow up from it? Well, that was why we ended up moving, actually, because when I started school at like a hippie alternative private school, and to drive into town was 30 minutes, and then to school was another 30 minutes. And
Wow.
so the school age was when my parents were like, this is kind of a lot. And then they moved into town.
What
So,
town did you move into?
Ukiah.
Ukiah.
Ukiah. Yeah.
So
Are
that's
you
way
familiar?
up north, right?
Yeah, like 100 miles north of San Francisco. It's getting like all bougified, so it's like wineries and stuff, but it used to
Mm.
be just like super urban or super rural farmland when I was growing up.
And so you've had a long real estate career already for a young lady.
Yeah, I know. 20 years in, 20 years old.
Wow. Then okay, so you've seen all the changes, but let's talk about now because you and I have bonded over social media and YouTube and sharing information and educating both consumers and agents, and just we like it, we enjoy
Yeah,
it.
we do. We do.
Um, what's got you excited in the last year, kind of about the direction that you're going?
I have become obsessed with YouTube, like just totally obsessed with it. And I'm gonna drop Jason's name because I talk about him all the time. He's what do you call him? The OP. I'm newish to Keller Williams, so there's all these weird terminologies that I'm learning.
Yeah,
But he is the office manager. I don't know what you call him. He's my business coach.
yep. I
I'm
like
looking
that. I think that's what they should be called.
Yeah, he's my business coach. And
That's
so he
awesome.
got me really super focused because I've had a YouTube channel for probably like 5 or 6 years, but only in the last year did I start actually implementing a focused plan and studying it and trying to understand what people want to see, what they need to see, what they need to learn and understand with real estate. I personally can't believe people watch real estate YouTube. Like, how boring of a life could you possibly be having to watch somebody talk about real estate?
Mm.
But it seems like it's helpful. So that's kind of been my latest obsession that I can't get enough of. And I just kind of watch other people and study and research and try to implement so that I can be adding value to my clients' lives and then people all across the nation. I've talked to people in Cleveland, Ohio, and on the East Coast and Albuquerque, New Mexico. They call me and they're like, hey, we found you on YouTube and we have some questions. And so that's been pretty cool, connecting with real people about things that they need help with and being able to actually help.
Do you feel like those conversations are stronger than perhaps the prospect that you might come across at an open house? Mm.
100%. They know me. if they're calling me or they're reaching out to have a conversation with me, they already trust me. I've proven to them that I know what I'm talking about, and they actually want to engage. Versus an open house, people are usually like very standoffish, is my experience. Not always, but they want to come in, see the house. They don't want a salesperson to try and sell them something.
Right. Nobody wants that. Ooh, salespeople.
Yeah, gross.
Um, so you do like let's is your favorite like these lifestyle videos where you're educating people on particular areas, whether it's Scotts Valley or Santa Cruz or Aptos or down in Monterey. I'm not sure if Monterey you go that far, but
Sometimes.
sometimes. What do you like about producing that sort of content? Do you enjoy maybe the history of it and learning about these areas more in depth, or what's fun about that?
You know what it does? It kind of reminds me why I love living here because, like, how long have you lived where you live in
I
San
grew up
Jose?
here.
You grew up, so you've lived there for your whole life.
Hmm.
I've lived here since 1999. And, the day to day life, raising a kid, raising a family, working all the time, sometimes you forget to look up from your phone or your computer or your client's face to see, like, oh my gosh, I live in one of the most beautiful, if not the most beautiful places in the world, and there's so many cool things that you can take advantage of. And so it's kind of the same. I equate it to like when I have a new buyer who's coming from out of town, and I haven't gotten to do this in a while. Since COVID, we kind of stopped taking people on tours in our cars, and we're like, just meet me here at this one house. And I just closed a deal with some clients who are moving from over the hill to Santa Cruz. And I actually put them in my car because they wanted to know about the Santa Cruz lifestyle. And so while we looked at houses from the west side to Aptos, I actually gave them a driving tour. So I feel like when I'm doing that with clients and I'm able to share with them all the cool things about the area and the different specific nuances about different neighborhoods in Santa Cruz, as well as when I'm researching and presenting on YouTube, it reminds me what a cool place we live in.
Hmm. One, you're hitting on something too. Is it when I'm going to teach something, I have to actually know what I'm teaching about, right? So I mean, there are plenty. San Jose is very big. There are plenty of pockets and there are plenty of areas, suburban areas in San Jose I know very little about. You know, yeah, I know. Believe it or not, they kept me in the rough side of town because I was a little dangerous.
Oh, yeah, I could tell.
Yeah, believe it or not, the mean streets of Willow Glen were it's where I was born and raised. I actually just bought the house. Well, not just about 18 months ago. I bought the house behind the house I grew up in.
Oh, that's so cool.
So I came back to the neighborhood that I spent the first 18 years of my life in. My parents still live, and our houses are on the corner. So
Oh, okay.
our property line on the right is the same, and it's it's really cool.
So
It's
your parents still live in the house that now you live on the other side of.
Yep. No, I live behind them.
That's cool.
Hmm. Yeah,
Do you have
and
a little gate in the fence so you guys can visit each other?
well, because it's on the corner, we both have one on the that goes out to the sidewalk, and so it's
Yeah.
just a U-turn. My backyard hasn't been done yet, and they have a very nice backyard, so my mom didn't want the gate coming through.
Oh,
I was all, I was all that, and we even built a new fence, so it would have been pretty easy to add the gate.
yeah.
But no, she didn't want that, and that's cool. I don't think my wife wanted it either. Like we have close enough, and it's been I was nervous before coming. I'm like, this is going to be weird. I never wanted to come back to this neighbor. I mean, I love it. It's a great
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Um,
Willow Glen is beautiful.
it is beautiful. I think it's probably the best suburban pocket of San Jose, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you have a lot of really good communities in San Jose at different price points with different commutes. I think San Jose is like the seventh largest city in the country.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That doesn't surprise.
massive.
Yeah.
Um, let's talk about what's 20 years. What's the largest real estate transaction you've ever done?
Like volume or
The biggest sale.
the biggest headache?
No, we'll get to the headache next.
Let's see. I closed a deal actually from YouTube, strangely enough. Um, that was just over $3 million. I think it was $3.2 million,
You
and it
rep
was from a
the buyer.
YouTube. Yeah, I repped the buyer.
Amazing. That was last year.
No, it wasn't actually. It was over during COVID, and it was so during COVID we did. So this is why I'm like, my YouTube channel, if you look at it, it's kind of eclectic, and it's just recently gotten very real estate focused. But during COVID, we just did like a daily blog, and it was sometimes real estate related, and it was sometimes family related, and it was sometimes Santa Cruz related. And the my clients, who I absolutely adore them, they called me and they said, "Hey, are you taking on new clients? We were just watching your YouTube channel, and then we saw your family, and we saw you catching your daughter eating chocolate for breakfast. And instead of getting her in trouble, you were just like, well, oh well." And we said, we want to work with somebody like that. And so we ended up working together, and I absolutely love this family. They're just kind humans and fun and caring and very intelligent.
And if you didn't put the YouTube channel together, they would have never came into your life. And now they're probably friends of yours today. Yeah,
They are. Yeah. Yes.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And that was even before I got very focused on like, or I don't want to say very focused. That was before I got intentional, because I was always really focused. I've always posted at least once a week, but now it's like with more intent.
Hmm. Yeah, it's different, isn't it? I
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I love this job because I get to show up as I am,
Yeah.
and I'm embracing that now. At the beginning, I was trying to be something for everybody. I couldn't
Huh?
do everything, right? I just
How'd
wanted
that
to.
work out?
It was exhausting, right? It's exhausting, and I think you do it when you're not sure of your own skill set yet,
Yeah.
right? You're like, I need to whatever they think they need, I need to be that. And then when you realize like you don't have to be everything to everybody,
Right.
and you've seen enough of the industry and of enough other agents and services and listings that you go like, I do a really good job. And then all of a sudden it takes on a life of its own, right? Like now you have your own path. um, let's go to the crazy of this business, just
Mm-hmm.
to keep it interesting for our 19 listeners. Hopefully we get 19 for this episode. um,
Okay.
and if they want to buy in Santa Cruz, they're calling you. If they want to sell, they're calling you.
And if they want to buy in Willow Glen next door to you and your parents, they're calling you.
They might call you for that too. We don't know. We just don't know. I mean, maybe we'll if they're selling on top of the summit, we'll arm
Mhm.
wrestle for it.
Fair, fair.
So crazy transactions. Tell me, let's do. Should we do crazy client first or crazy agent first?
God,
I mean,
you pick.
is it still politically correct to say the word crazy? I'm not sure. I think it's okay.
High maintenance? I
Yeah,
don't know.
challenging. They're challenging.
Challenging, challenging,
Yeah,
challenging.
that feels better. Okay, let's go with agent first.
Okay, challenging agent. I mean, I try to be selective with who I work with. I have had only two times in my career that I closed a transaction and I said, I never, ever, ever want to work with that person again. And so one time I really actually think that I don't know if I'm going to, can I say that? It was more than challenging. It was like actually crazy. Like it was crazy making. I consider myself to be a pretty good communicator and pretty diplomatic, and I can hear people and I can listen to their needs and wants. There's been twice with two agents that like I could not help them, and they would call me frantically screaming at me and threatening me with lawsuits about stuff that was so manageable.
Mm.
um, so I would say that luckily both of those agents are no longer in the industry, but it was just like this very strange situation where I just couldn't do anything about it. I could not communicate to save my life.
You know what that's making me think? You're like, I mean, you're a veteran, right? When it comes down to it, with 20 years, like you've done this a long time. Um, do you say to agents on the phone when they call you, "Do you know how long I've been selling real estate for?" Do you drop that on them? No.
No.
That's my least favorite. Like people are like, "I've been doing this a really like when." There are some agents, I swear, every time I talk to them, they tell me how long they've been selling real estate at least three
Yeah.
or four times.
Yeah.
And I'm
It
like,
is weird.
that's great. That's
Yeah.
great.
Well, congratulations. You must
Yeah.
be still using your dial up to fax people your contract.
Yeah. I don't know what
Things have changed.
things have changed. Have you heard of a little thing called AI?
Yeah.
Do you subscribe to Shamika's YouTube channel?
Yeah. Do you even know what YouTube is?
It's a great place. Um, okay, now
Yeah, so I would say that, and there was actually recently another one that was very similar. It was like no matter how calm I tried to keep myself and understanding the other side and perspective, like I could not communicate what I needed, like no matter what. And that most recent one turned into a pretty nasty fight where the other agent told me that I was the worst agent he ever worked with. And he had also been doing it for a very long time. He made sure I knew that.
yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Shame on you. You blew it. He probably did 2 deals a year for the last 30 years.
He did. We looked him up. It was like I don't even think he did any last year.
Hmm. Yeah,
But
they're pretty upset. Um, God, you know what's interesting about our job? Like we're kind of playing this game of telephone with with a bunch of legal jargon and contracts in the middle that get shuffled back and forth between these different parties. And then it's our job to communicate what's being signed and why it's important
yeah,
to either the buyer or the seller. But it's also important that the other side knows what is going on, especially during a negotiation. I think I heard this for negotiation. You know, you had a good negotiation when both sides feel like they lost. You know, when they both just feel beat up, but then like KW's win win, we all, we want to feel like winners. I don't know. Most transactions are not that challenging with the other side because I feel like both sides want to get across the finish line.
yeah. Everybody has the same outcome is desired by all. The seller wants the house closed. The buyer wants the house closed. Like it's like we all want the same thing. How are we going to get there?
Uh, yeah, there's the shielding of clients from information that they don't need, right?
Right.
That's where I think our hopefully our skills come into play and our emotional intelligence. Crazy clients. You got any crazy client stories? How about is there one that sticks out and we don't need to use names just in case they're one of the 17 people listening here?
Now we're
We
down to
want to we want to be careful and protect their anonymity.
oh gosh, crazy clients. Yeah, I've had a few. Um, and I don't mind crazy. I actually like consider myself eccentric in my own right. I think that we all are very unique and that's what makes us beautiful.
There you
But
go.
when you're mean, then I can't deal with it. Like I'm not here for your like abuse. And so I've fired clients who were just downright mean and nasty and like verbally abusive to me. One time though, I was stuck in a contract because we had already signed. It was like we were in escrow to purchase. I was representing the buyer, and she like I don't know what would happen, but she would just like send me these scathing emails in the middle of the night. And so if I was awake, like my night was ruined. And if I woke up in the morning, my day was ruined. But it was just like how terrible I was at this job and how like she's not doing what I'm asking because she's not obligated, even though I'm like, yes, this is what it says in the contract. This is what your obligation is. This is what we've already agreed to and gone over. And it would be like fine during the day while we were on the phone, but then in the middle of the night, she would just like send me these horrific messages.
You know, having this conversation made me think like there's no HR for us.
Oh, okay. Wait, Harbor
Awesome.
at 4. Okay, thanks, Dave. Softball.
Yes. There's no
Yeah, there's
HR, right?
no.
Like so, you talked about like the way that people will speak to us and how things are and sending us messages. Like this wouldn't be tolerated in the workplace where we could go to HR and go like, this person told me I was a jackass and terrible at my job. Like that probably wouldn't fly for too long, right?
No, they'd get fired.
Right. And maybe this is one of the things I've never even thought about in this job, but why we should get paid the way we get paid, because there's a lot of challenges and no support for us in
It's true.
in terms of situations like this, let alone like hosting an open house by yourself with 40 people coming through,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Or meeting someone you've only spoken to on the phone
Yes.
at a property to give them a tour.
Of a home, and they could murder you.
Yes. Yes. Thank goodness that hasn't happened. I love Here's a good one. So, are you a big like you have to sign in to get into my open house person? Or
No.
you're pretty willy-nilly on that? Nobody's listening. You can't get in trouble. The California Department of Real Estate is not listening.
10 people are listening.
17.
If it is, so I usually only host my own open houses. So I actually don't, like, I'm representing the seller. I'm not required to have them sign like a buyer agency agreement. I do bring the open house form and I do ask people to sign in. But people are funny about it. And so I'm not going to pressure them. And since my job is to sell the house, then I'm going to allow them to look around. Is that the question?
You heard it, I think. I just was teeing you up for what I tell people at the open house. I tell them that they have to sign in or
Oh,
they can't see the house.
and do they?
The seller has requested that. And then if they like him and Ha, I ask if they've ever seen the TV show CSI. And they're like, almost everyone's seen that show, right?
Yeah.
And I go, I was watching an episode last night, and the agent hosting the open house went missing. And the first thing that they did was they came and they checked out that open house sign-in sheet because they needed to figure out who had been in the house. And then I go a little further and I say, take a good look at me. There's a good chance I could go missing here today. And and I say this all with a straight face.
And then they sign in.
And then they sign in, right? Because now they're laughing and they're like, this guy's nuts.
Yeah.
And,
They're like, you can take me down.
Here's another good one at the open house. You should try this at your house in San Jose this weekend, okay?
Okay.
Somebody's walking through and you say, hey, have you read the disclosures? And they'll probably say, no, why? You say, well, this house is haunted. No, that's not a good way to sell a house. I get it. But it's entertaining, It's like,
yeah, we're like, see, you just added another piece to our job, jobs.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy.
Stand-up comedy. Here, I'm going to open the door for my daughters and you can meet them real quick. Hey, no. Thanks, Mom. Say hello to my mom. Here, you want to stand on the chair and say hi?
I just jumped.
Yeah, jump.
No, stand on the chair.
No, I'm scared of standing on this chair.
Then
She
then
could
Shamika
fall.
can see you.
Hello.
That's
What's your
Cameron.
name? Cameron.
Move it.
No,
Are you the 8-year-old?
That's my 10-year-old. Here's my 8-year-old, Evelyn. You say hello?
Evelyn. Evie. Do people call you Evie? You're the
Person.
You're what?
I'm a person.
You are a person. I'm also a person. Did you learn that at school today? Oh my gosh, the Willow Glen tax money is going so far.
It's going great. We're learning a lot. We're learning a lot. We'll work for NASA someday. I feel
Yeah.
it. I feel it.
Then
She's an entertainer. Um, what's your favorite part of what you do? Is it YouTube? Is it creating content? Do you feel like that content creation is what you wake up thinking about? That creative part of you?
no, I think that that is an outlet for me. Um, My favorite part is being the holder of the keys and being a part of something that is so transformational for families and people. Like to be able to help them facilitate a situation that could be very disastrous or complex or annoying. I guess, like, then in YouTube land, it's teaching them how to do that or whatever. But like, I actually love calling buyers and saying, congratulations, your offer just got accepted, or calling sellers and saying, we have 10 offers. Can you believe it? Like, I like being that person that gets to share the good news. I don't like being the person that gets to share the bad news, but it comes with it, right? Like, it's
Yeah.
not always peaches and rainbows.
You're making me think of something else about our jobs that is a challenge is is celebrating wins. Sometimes it can be a long time between wins.
Yeah.
You know,
So celebrating for yourself or celebrating for the client, or what do you mean by that?
I mean by just getting a pat on the back and having something that you do that lifts you up in the
Yeah.
course of your work,
Yeah.
right? Because you're working for yourself, I'm working for myself. There's nobody in here except for the two little girls who just came in, right? That are going like, "Good job, you made your telephone calls today."
Yeah.
You know, good job. They didn't hire you, but you did great, right? Like, I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I guess technically, like in today's methodology of marketing, you're never supposed to be the hero. But the thing that I just said that I like the best about my job is when I get to be the hero.
hmm. Oh, we all are the hero of our own stories. You've read the Story brand?
Yeah, but they don't want us to be the hero in the story of our clients. But I just said two things that are my favorite part about my job are both me being the hero. I'm going to have to really revise that.
Yeah, that's okay. I was great. When you were saying it, I was thinking to myself like, this is going to be my new reason for being a real estate agent. This it tugged at my heartstrings a little bit. So
It did. I thought that your reason for being a real estate agent was so that you could become famous on CSI for Realtor Gone Missing.
that's really it. I mean, I still can't even answer that question of like, what's my favorite part about being a real estate agent?
Yeah, what is it? What is yours?
No, I don't know. I don't. I'm being like I I like the fact that I can show up as I am with a backwards hat and that I can get down in the I think my greatest skill is just being able to get in the trenches with people and
Hmm.
experience life where they are and truly put myself in their shoes. And I
Well,
just feel
you're a
like
coach. You're a coach by design.
yeah,
So, like, prior careers and affiliations and current careers, like, you like to coach people. So that makes sense that you're going to put yourself in the trenches with them and then you're going to show them how to dig themselves out.
yeah. And
You're the true guide. I just made myself the hero. You are a true guide.
why thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I needed that today.
Yeah.
That felt good. Um last
I
question.
love Donald Miller. He's so brilliant.
What what's your what's your goal for the rest of 2026 for your real estate business?
I feel like we should start this whole thing over. Can we start at the beginning again?
And reset.
My goal for 2026, like my number goal, or like what is, can you be more specific with that question?
Sure, if you want to take it to the number, take it to the number. If you want to take it to something else, take it to something else. When you look back at 2026, it's January 2027.
Mm.
Um, what's going to make you say, yeah, I had a great year
I don't think I ever will. I'm really hard on myself. I never, even if I pass what goals I set, then I complain about setting them too low.
Were you
My,
looking at your sales goals on the
I was looking at them on my board.
I thought so.
My goal is to close 26 transactions in 2026. My goal is also to get to 26,000 subscribers on YouTube for 2026. My birthday is on the 26th, and I feel like this is my platinum year. And so everything's got to be all about the 26th.
How much growth have you had so far this year on YouTube?
I believe I rounded out the end of 2025 around 6,000 subscribers, and now I'm at 9,000.
So you're up. I think you're up 3,100.
And I closed my first referral that I sent out based on a YouTube lead. So that was pretty cool. That was a big celebration and win.
Right, where you can take that ROI and go, it came from there.
Yeah. And it was a referral. So I just was like, here, can somebody take this? And I didn't have to do the work. So that was pretty cool.
Those are great. Are you tracking? Here we are in, what month is it? May? Here we are in May. Are you tracking for your 26 deals?
I'm very far behind.
Far behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. After this episode, I'm sure you're going to catch right up.
Okay, good. And not go missing. I don't want to go missing.
All right, and we talked about this on the phone the other day. So if being you have the experience you have, and I'm sure you've tried a lot of different ways to find business. Is that fair to say? Okay. And now a new agent is listening to this conversation. They've made it up this far. Okay. They've listened for 32 minutes at this point. My goodness. They deserve something.
A pat
And
on the back.
give them a pat on the back for sure. But what would you suggest to them their first 3 months should be focused on to get out of the blocks and actually get some signed contracts and put some money in their bank account?
I would say open houses. And I think open houses are great because you're meeting people in person, face to face. It's free. And it is a really good way to build your knowledge. Like when I do open houses, I want to know what the local schools are. I want to know what I'm going to go back into lifestyle, right? Why I love doing lifestyle YouTube videos because I want to remind myself what's so great about the area. So open houses, I treat the same way. Like each house is in a specific neighborhood. Where are the closest parks? What's the best beach right here? What about the restaurants? Where do I want to walk my dog? Or I don't have a dog, but I can walk my cat. Where will my children attend school? How do I get on the freeway so that I can commute over the hill? I would say open houses, but become an absolute expert. And I don't mean show up at 11:59 for your 12 o'clock open house and you only put one sign in front of the house. I mean, put 12 signs out in front, like every direction. Get brand recognition. This is your opportunity. You've invested in your signs. Like put your signs everywhere. Put balloons in front of the house. Have your sign-in sheet with your swag. So you're giving people your branded information, you're sharing information, and then ask the people. I'm telling myself this after 20 years. I'm not very good at this piece. Ask the people who come in to sign in. Give them something valuable, like share with them off-market options that they would not know about by going on Redfin or Zillow. Become an absolute expert. Take a day to prepare for hosting that open house so that you go in there with such confidence that that the people coming in have no other choice than to sign your BRBC and work with you. Or a listing. A lot of sellers come into listings to see what their home is worth and to actually like informally interview the agents. And a lot of agents are just sitting on the couch working like I can't be bothered.
Mm-hmm. I had a conversation. We had a call earlier today with a couple of agents, and it was about open houses specifically. And we talked about what value we're offering them. What is the value, and how do I explain that to them?
Mm-hmm.
in a manner in which they need to say yes. So asking them a question like, "Hey, have you looked at many home inspection reports? Do you have 15 minutes later? I'd like to review one with you. I think this would be helpful as you move forward."
I like that.
It's very soft. It's real easy, right? And then the other thing that we talked about is if I'm going to an open house, my objective is to set an appointment
Mm-hmm.
and put names in my database to follow up with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Those are my objectives. Why am I not knocking doors until I talk to 10 neighbors and saying, I'm in the neighborhood because I'm selling your neighbor's house down here. We're doing custom home valuations while we're in the area. I finish up the open house at 4. Would it be all right if I came back, took a quick tour of your home, 5 minutes, and then I'll email you your free home valuation tomorrow? I bet if you knocked on 10 doors, I bet one person would say yes, for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And another name, another house that you've been into, another conversation had. I don't know how many agents treat this job like a true sales job. I think it's a true sales job. It's commission only. And I have to get out there and hit the pavement.
Yeah.
How many part-time agents do you have at your office there? Do you come in contact? Is that a lot of agents in your area? Or
You, I have no idea. I mean, like part-time because they're not selling enough to make ends
no, they
meet.
have another job?
Or like a true other job. I don't know, actually.
It's big
I don't
here. We have a
it,
lot here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say like 90% of the people, 90% of the realtors in Santa Cruz who actually sell enough to support themselves and their families, it's their full-time job. You cannot
Yeah, you can't make it
do it
work.
any other way. Yeah.
So you have home base here. Tell us about your office here. I heard it's cool.
This office?
Yeah, that office that you're sitting in. You share a space with your husband, right?
I do. I share a space with my husband. My husband built my office, all walnut cabinetry, drawer pulls. It's stunning. Um, Here, can you
And what does
see?
he do? He's a cabinet maker.
Yeah, can you see in that window over there? That's so I
Yeah.
can spy on him. My husband's a cabinet maker and does woodworking, so furniture, finish work. He just finished this like incredible box beam project for a beach house, like these massive like 80-foot oak beams on the ceiling. Yeah, so they do like if there's a woodworking project in anywhere like up or down the coast that is impossible for anybody, then they call Danny. But otherwise, yes, he does streamline like beautiful cabinetry that just like incredibly luxurious.
Is he part of your YouTube sharing channel?
Every once in a while, we did have a little section before I got very intentional about in the foxhole, and it was like different kind of projects that we would do. And so there was like one about like my desk is a leather bound walnut desk. We couldn't decide what I wanted, and then I was like, I want a leather desk that feels very like elegant.
Nice. Yeah, it
Yeah,
feels like luxury.
sophisticated. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we did this project on YouTube, and then we just did a remodel at our house, and so we built out. We have small houses in Santa Cruz, generally speaking, and so like it's very important for these small houses to maximize their storage. So we built a banquette. He built a banquette, and I just had my video camera up.
Was it your vision or was it his vision that built it?
Both.
Both. It was combined vision. I like that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a strong marriage when you can have a combined vision and then create something.
Yeah, we are pretty good about that. We'll be married 20 years May 13th.
Oh, that's amazing. Congrats.
Yeah.
I know we're going to do some deals together soon. And
2377 Tulip Road. I'll be on your side of the hill. You don't even have to travel.
yeah, I'm going to come over and bring a buyer, and we're going to put that house under contract and make some money.
Right? And if I go missing, Garrett Jones is the first place you should look.
Right here. Home equity first. Okay. This is the Home Equity First podcast, and it's where I put sellers' equity first so they can keep more of their money because they deserve it. Um, Thank you for your time. And everybody stay tuned because we are about to get agents in from all over the country, and they are going to share specific market updates with us. And Shamika and I are going to introduce you to a whole bunch of data and a whole bunch of fun, interesting people. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for your time.
I love it. You know what we should do, which would be cool when we do market data with other people on the calls, is I'm interested in like the investment portfolio aspect of real estate, and it's really hard to invest where we live because it's so expensive. So the ROI is just like slim. But I'd like to talk to some people who invest and have a deep knowledge of apartment building investments in areas that are out of California, but in college towns.
I think that's a great idea. That's what we're going to do. We're going to educate everybody how to buy apartment complexes in college towns and then use that appreciation and that money to pay for their kids' college. And,
Yes.
and we're going to build a channel around that.
I like that.
Until we meet again, bye, everybody.